Percentages are also used to express increases or decreases of a given amount. For example, let's pretend that CCDS had a total of 100 students enrolled in school at the beginning of the year. Let's also pretend that during the school year, an additional 5 students enrolled in the school, so we received 5 new students in school. We could say that the student body at CCDS increased by 5%. 5 out of 100, or 5/100ths, is the same as 5%. Let's consider another example. When Johnny began marching band in 6th grade, there were 200 band members. He is now in 8th grade, and there are currently 180 band members. We could say that the number of students in the marching band decreased by 10%. 20 out of 200 students are no longer in the band. We can simplify that fraction to 10/100ths, which is the same as 10%. Now let's take a look at a couple of word problem examples together. Evan's monthly salary was $1,500 in May. It was increased by 8% in June. We're going to respond to 2 questions. What was his increase in salary? And what was his salary in June? We first want to respond to the question on the left. What was his increase in salary? His increase in salary equals 8% of $1,500 because we know that it increased by 8% in June. We can illustrate this with a bar model. We'll start by drawing the full bar, and then we can label our whole $1,500. We want to find 8% of $1,500, so we're going to label 8% on our bar and also add our question mark, as that's what we're trying to solve for. Next, we can do our math. 8% of $1,500 is the same as 8/100ths times 1,500 over 1. We can cross cancel because both 100 and 1,500 are divisible by 100. And then we multiply our numerators and our denominators. 120 over 1 is $120. And then we want to express this improper fraction as a whole number and make sure that we label it. So the increase is $120. Now we want to find what his salary was in June. We're going to start with labeling what he started with, $1,500, and now we know what the 8% increase was. And he's increasing his money, so he makes 8% more. So that's going to be an additional part. He makes $120 more now. And we want to find what the whole amount is. So to find the whole amount, we need to add $1,500 and $120. So his salary in June is $1,620. Here's another example. There were 400 members in a chess club last year. The membership was decreased by 5% this year. Once again, we're going to respond to 2 questions. What was his decrease in membership? And how many members are there this year? The decrease in membership is 5% of 400, as we're told that the membership decreased by 5%. Once again, we can illustrate this with a bar model. We'll start by drawing our bar and labeling the whole amount. We know that there were 400 members in the chess club last year. We then want to find 5% of 400, so we'll label 5% and once again add our question mark. Now we're ready to solve. 5% of 400 is the same as 5/100ths times 400 over 1. We once again can cross cancel, and we multiply our numerators and denominators. Once again, we want to express this improper fraction as a whole number. So 5% of 400 equals 20. Membership decreased by 20. Now we want to know how many members are there this year after the 5% decrease. We know that there were 400 members in the chess club. We know that it decreased by 5%, so we want to take that 5% away. We know that that 5% represents 20 people. We're looking for the missing part here. To find the missing part, or what membership was after the 5% decrease, we take the full amount, 400, and subtract the 20 people who are no longer in chess club, which equals 380 members. So there are now 380 chess club members. The key to solving these sorts of problems is paying close attention to the words decrease or increase. If an amount decreases, you want to make sure that you are taking the number amount for that percentage away from the whole. If an amount increases, you want to make sure that you're adding the number amount for the percentage to the whole.